live stream with FBI Bob football channel. How we all doing? Right. We are talking about the CAF and AFCON 2025 controversies and how it's happening right now. And drop your takes, drop your opinion, and drop your suggestion. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for your subscriptions, liking, and sharing. Okay, let's see. Right. Thank you for subscribing and thank you for liking and sharing. And drop your opinion in this live stream. Let's see what you think. As you all know, a lot of things have been going on as far as the AFCON saga is concerned. And I'm sure you'll be happy to join this live stream today. In case you're just joining this Above Football channel, in the past couple of days, I've done a lot of videos, live streams for Champions League, match previews, and post-match reviews. And I want to thank everyone for watching and following along with us and subscribing as well, because when you subscribe, you put yourself in the spot of receiving or getting the update whenever we start a live stream. So thank you for doing so and keep it coming, and then we are there to bring you a lot more every now and then. All right, who is watching, who is joining at this moment? Thank you for watching. This is going to be a very important topic. Sorry, I'm trying to set this up. It's going to be a very important topic that everybody is going to be interested in, whether you are watching from Africa or not. So again, you don't need to be an African for you to get interested in this. And the main talk, as you can see from the thumbnail, is that Senegal have been stripped off the trophy. And from the information gathered so far in the past couple of hours is that Senegal is not ready to release the trophy, and that they're going to, put up an appeal at the Court of Arbitration for Sports. So that's what we're looking up to now. So any final decision that is taken from there will determine whether Senegal will release the trophy or not. So what do you think about this? What do you think about this? Because I did a video yesterday. You can see it in my video options under the shots, and I did highlight some of these things and all the drama that happened during the AFCON final. So it's really disappointing and it's a shame to see that this kind of thing is coming up from from Africa. And is this same AFCON where all of us are proud that AFCON has really improved, the setup, the event planning and all that, officiating, even though we're not there yet. Officiating, to me, improved a little bit, but from the times of was it round of 16? From the moment of round of 16, it started going wrong. Officiating became an issue. From Algeria against DR Congo, officiating became an issue. Morocco deserved the cup. Really? Mohamed Bakowa, can you explain to me why Morocco deserved the cup? Because a lot of people have got different opinions about this. But anyway, make sure you subscribe as you are dropping your opinion. Okay? And by the way, Mohamed Bakowa, where are you from? Are you from Morocco or are you from which part of the world? Let's see why you are supporting Morocco for this. We are not saying that the action of Senegal was correct, but again, it boils down to the fact that, you know, referee's decision was an issue. Referee's decision is an issue. So why should things go on like this? This is barely 3 months after the AFCON final. Okay, 2 months running or thereabout after the AFCON final. Okay, I happen to see your live stream. Thank you for seeing my live stream, by the way. Make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay, and just to let you know that this is not the only thing I talk about. I talk about Premier League. I talk about La Liga. I talk about. I'm a Chelsea fan, and because I'm a Chelsea fan, I've got another YouTube channel, The Royal Lord of Chelsea. If you look at my videos, all my videos are now being collaborated with the Royal Lord of Chelsea. So if you type where you see the title of the video, you will see that the two channels are linked to each other, so you can also subscribe there. So the Real Lord of Chelsea, it's everything Chelsea, exclusively for Chelsea. Honestly, I don't speak English. I don't understand you. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, but I can read what you're typing in English. So definitely, I believe you understand what I'm saying. Probably in a language translation. So, all right, Joseph Brunt, thank you for joining. Hi, I can see you all. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. So, we are discussing about the AFCON issue. Yeah, I can see you all. Thank you for joining. We are discussing about the incident that happened during the AFCON final when the match started, 50-50 game, and everything went wrong. I'll try as much as possible to analyze things so that everybody can, you know, understand what I'm saying. Okay, he wasted in Moroccan Arabic. Um, I don't understand what this means. He wasted in Moroccan Arabic. But anyway, make sure you keep watching this video. So even if you don't understand entirely what I'm saying, you understand a bit of some of the things I'm going to say. All right. So let me bring up some stuff I need to talk about. Okay. All right. So as of 3 hours ago, something has come up. I'm going to read that out now. VAR CAF is facing a storm of controversy after reports emerged that the referee was allegedly instructed to ignore the rule book when Senegal players walked off the pitch during the AFCON 2025 finals. So this is another information coming up. So the ref is now being involved, but it was the same ref that, uh, you know, it was the same ref that didn't manage the game well. I'm still coming to that, but let me finish reading this news. So this is coming from Sports Radio. Okay. So after the Senegalese players walked off the pitch during the AFCON final against Morocco, the last month's CAF executive meeting in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, the handling of the final, both on the pitch and behind the scene, was reviewed. And according to reports, the president of CAF Referee Commission, Olivia Safari Kabene, revealed in the internal discussion that the referee was told not to issue caution to the Senegalese players who abandoned the match in the protest of a penalty awarded to Morocco. Remember, it's the same penalty we are talking about because the penalty happened to be like a controversial penalty because Senegal had a penalty won in the earlier before that particular scenario, and the penalty was not awarded. Senegal had a goal scored which was controversially disallowed, and then the penalty in favor of Morocco, controversially awarded after VAR review and all that, and everything put in place, is setting up a perspective that looks like Morocco was being favored into winning the tournament. And all this controversy started building up all the way from the round of 16 to the quarterfinal. So it's really disappointing to see that things happened the way it happened. Okay, so um, the alleged instruction was aimed at ensuring the game could continue to completion. And even after, okay, Mohammed, but the law is clear. Neither Morocco nor Senegal is on the side of right. Okay, I agree with you. That is why we love people of Senegal, and football shouldn't divide us. Exactly. Football shouldn't divide us. And if you look at it, this is a very honest statement because football shouldn't divide us. As a matter of fact, football is something that brings people together across the world, whether in Africa or any part of the world. In Europe, football is life. Take away football from any country, a lot of people will die in the next hour. So to do this because Morocco has to win at all costs. So why is this happening in Africa? Why are we like this in Africa? This is not nice. So continuing with this report, with the report suggesting that the disciplinary rule may have been bent in the final, one question dominates. Does this weakens Senegal's case at Court of Arbitration of Sport, that is CAS? All right. So what do you think about this? So I'm sorry you understand me, but I don't understand you. Oh, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I hope YouTube is able to translate this in English. Yeah, I can understand everything you are saying, Mohammed Bagoa. I understand you perfectly. Okay, but I wish you could understand me. Probably you can get an interpreter to interpret to you everything I'm saying. But make sure you subscribe, by the way. All right. So right now, Senegal is in the um, Court of Appeal, the Court of Arbitration for Sports. And then, in another news from the BBC today, the Senegal government alleges corruption over AFCON, and the Senegalese government has called an independent international investigation into the suspect corruption at the African football's governing body after it stripped Senegal of the 2025 African Cup of Nations title and awarded it to Morocco. So this is, for me, is an unfair thing to say. But again, you know, an angry man can be a fool. You know, anger is is something that can damage someone's reputation over time. So again, Senegal should have managed this situation very well because at the end of the day, um, Morocco lost the penalty. So now the protest lasted for about 12 minutes or thereabouts. So but the time frame that is being put on the media everywhere is 10 to 15 minutes. Okay. At the 90th minute, penalty awarded. So all Brahim Diaz needed to do was to score, and Morocco carries the cup. And if the rule states that if that's Article 82 and 84 of CAF and FIFA states that players walking off the pitch in protest amounts to abandoning the match and the other team wins it, and a match being abandoned means forfeiture of a game. And to forfeit a game means that you've lost it 3-0, which is the rule. And then the Senegalese coach in instructing the players to walk off the pitch in that protest manner means that they've lost it. It means that they forfeited the game and they've lost it 3-0. So um, at the end of the day, if that happened, and if the referee was being honest with himself, that he should have called the game a halt. He should have ended the game because the referee at this point should also be brought to book. The referee should be brought to book. The referee should be asked questions. The referee should be investigated. Because I'm glad a lot of news are now coming up allegedly that the referee was instructed to act the way he did. So now the referee watched the whole protest, but thank God for Sadio Mane, who was on the pitch and never left. And the only time Sadio Mane left the pitch was to go and bring his guys back. Come on, we can do this. Because he knew the implication of what could happen. Probably FIFA would have sanctioned Senegal that no more World Cup for you. And the referee watched them come back and the game continued. So the fact that the referee allowed the game to continue means that He didn't see anything wrong with it. And the rule of football says that players must respect referee's decision. So another wrong side of Senegal is that when the penalty was awarded, the decision of the referee was not respected. But then 2 runs are the ones making the right at the moment, even though it is said that 2 runs cannot make a right. Because obviously Morocco was being favored in all things. Now let's look at things from this perspective. In the semi-final against Nigeria, for example, Moroccans were everywhere. The atrocities that and and humiliating, attitudes and all the disrespectful moments that the Moroccan fans and the hostility that the Moroccan fans and the ball boys demonstrated towards opposition fans, picking goalkeepers' towels. Goalkeepers, there is never a rule from CAF or FIFA that goalkeepers should not have towels, as long as it is not in the playing area. And these are areas, as I said in a video that I did then, these are areas that are highly protected by people who are highly vetted to secure the pitch. So securities are well organized to take care of footballers, starting from the goalkeepers to any other player on the pitch. But these places were all invaded by Moroccans, even those that are wearing suit and wearing tag, people who are highly vetted to protect these places were seen moving into this area and picking the ball, or picking the referee's towel. It was so bad that the assistant goalkeeper of Senegal had to go and start with Mendy to protect his towel because the fans were coming in to do that. Is CAF not seeing all this? Is CAF not seeing all this? As a matter of fact, in my opinion, this final should be replayed. In my opinion, this final should be replayed. In my opinion, this final should be replayed. What do you think about this? Drop your opinion in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe. If you are just joining, this is FBR World Football Channel. We are analyzing the controversy that is happening in CAF and concerning AFCON 2025 at the moment. And Senegal is being stripped of the trophy. So this is an unfair treatment to say. It's not a way of supporting Senegal's action, but for Senegal to have acted the wrong, quote and unquote, we also need to look at the precedents. All the things that the hostility that were demonstrated from the Moroccans. In fact, it has shown that Morocco was not even worthy of hosting any tournament, any football tournament. Even the co-hosts that they are looking at Morocco hosting because they have the stadium structures and all that. I think FIFA should withdraw this. Because if to be a co-host of World Cup, imagine what will happen. Imagine what the world will look at. This is just within Africa that these kind of issues are coming up very loud. So imagine what happens if it's World Cup hosting. And imagine the kind of actions FIFA will take. Imagine the kind of sanctions that will come from FIFA. All right? So what is wrong with how Africans are doing things? And this happening like this with all this back and forth, and it's making it look like, number one, it's making it look like the CAF officials don't know what they're doing, because you already put up a sanction or sanctions against Senegal and Morocco. Against Morocco, you mentioned that the ball boys were invading the pitch, blah blah blah. You gave sanctions for that. You gave sanctions to Hakimi, who was also stealing the toy. Hakimi, who is the African best, was also involved in this. And other Moroccan players, some of them have gone on social media to apologize to them. But okay, hang on a minute. But when we learn of obstacles before the disciplinary committee regarding the sanctions against Morocco football and the players, whether it was Moroccan player or Moroccan prime minister or any other political entity interfering, we knew the law and we went to it. It has nothing to do with politics. We also know the cup. Anyway, I'm still coming to that. All right. So if CAF was ready to take action like this, they should have done it straight up when those sanctions came up in January. That the Senegalese coach was suspended indefinitely, and all the players involved, those that went to interfere with the referee, were given match ban, they're giving financial fines and all those things. All right. So, and then 2 months after this event, you are now coming to tell us that Senegal has been stripped of the trophy. So, meaning that the trophy goes to Morocco, but Senegal are not ready to release the trophy from information gathered and from news. All right, until Court of Arbitration for Sport deals with this. Because everything has to be put into perspective, everything has to be judged perfectly. And if referee's decision has to be obeyed, then that cup should remain with Senegal. Then the referee who managed the game and did not do the right thing should be the one to face the sanctions. We differentiate between policies and stuff. Exactly. But I can also understand from the fact that the Moroccans are so emotional. Moroccans were so emotional with this trophy and they wanted to win it at all costs. And this is the problem of Africa. We want to win at all costs, whether we merit it, whether in politics or in sport. It's an attitude. It's a very demeaning and crazy and a hostile attitude. Even when you don't merit it, you want to win it. Even in that final, Senegal played more than Morocco. We all watched the game. Against Nigeria, we all saw the hostilities that you guys did. We all saw the hostility. Let me read out some things because I was supposed to do a video on this a long time ago, but I've not been able to do that. All right. I'm going to read out some things. Yeah. Oh, Monames, I I took the cup by a tricky and the cup will be returned to its owners. Do you think so? Well, whatever the Court of Arbitration for Sport decides shall be the end of the story. But let's wait and see. We are all hoping that the right decision be made because at the end of the day, a lot of people are not going to be satisfied with this. So, okay, are you from Morocco? Omona Hames, are you from Morocco? Cheaters. Oh, who is a cheater? Well, let's see who is the cheater eventually. But any comment you are dropping, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is very important. Okay. So the Ghanaian referee that that officiated the match between you guys, Moroccans and Nigeria, that was another big problem. In fact, the Morocco versus Nigeria game should be investigated because one of the hostile things the Moroccans did, one of the unfair or fair advantage that were given. Normally, Moroccans have come to know the Senegalese for who they truly are. And the Senegalese have also come to know the Moroccans who they truly are. Moroccans were just desperate for the AFCON, but if you look at it from the quarterfinal all the way down, you see the advantage, the home advantage. And it happened that the African referees were just acting along and playing along to make sure everything ended the way it is. Return the cup to its original place. That's because you hosted it. The cup is not coming back. You'll be surprised. The cup will not come back. I stand with Senegal, and that is what it is. All right. So it was a broad daylight robbery with all the things that happened in the semi-final, Morocco versus Nigeria. In the 33 minutes, Brahim Diaz, your top scorer, dragged Kevin Bassey, and Kevin Bassey playing as a defender as usual, never interfered. Now that case gave Kevin a yellow card, and as a result of that, Kevin Bassey missed the top place final. So if Nigeria had qualified for the final, Kevin Bassey would have missed it as well. In the 65 minutes, I don't know who this player was, blew the ball away into the fans. Any player that does that in the current trend of football and by FIFA rule gets punished with a yellow card. This case was never awarded any yellow card. You see that? In the 99th minute during the extra time, there was a foul against our number 13, the Nigerian number 13. There was no yellow card for that. In the 88th minute, Moses Simon carried the ball and was moving, and Moroccan player pushed the ball to corner. That was awarded as a goal kick. Again, the Nigerian left back at 68 minutes was moving with the ball, and the Ball was still on the line, has never gone out of play. The touchline referee awarded this as a throw in favor of Morocco. So all this put together is making me to appeal to CAF and FIFA to investigate. All the cameras are there, the video evidences of all these things are there. So it is easy to investigate the whole 90 minutes or the whole game. All right. So what happened in the Nigerian game alone, the unfair advantage given to Morocco was enough to see that Morocco was just desperate for the trophy. They just wanted to win the trophy because we hosted it. There have been so many occasions where AFCON was hosted and the host nation lost it. The host nation did not even get to final. So why should the case of Morocco be different? And when people are saying that the politicians and the royalty of Morocco got involved in this to make things happen after how many months, everybody is getting angry. Morocco respects the law, but the head of sport in the country, Fozi Lakja, is accused of corruption. Yes, that is it. That is it. I'm glad that the coach of Morocco has also resigned long ago. I'm glad he left. So I believe he saw some of these hits coming. That was why he didn't want to be involved in it. So I can see that. All right. So what happened in the final? There's a lot of unfair. In fact, those that went to the stadium were saying that whenever Morocco had the ball, hi, Mohamed Khalid. Yes, I remember you, of course. Yes, I've subscribed to your channel. I've subscribed to your channel. Keep building it. You'll get there. All right. We'll all get there together. Thank you for joining again. And thank you for encouraging your friends to subscribe. So if you are just joining, make sure you subscribe. If you have not subscribed before, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you subscribe to our sister channel, The Royal Lord of Chelsea, to bring you a lot more updates. Okay. All right. So in this case, CAF has messed up. Whether they made the right decision or not, the time frame of making this decision is making it look as if you don't know what you are doing. That's just the honest truth. In the semi-final, whenever Morocco had the ball, everybody is shaking. In fact, it's more like if the stadium was built with inferior materials, probably the stadium would have fell because the pressure was much. Football is an emotional game, but again, the emotions for Moroccans was just something else. Let's be honest with ourselves. It's just so much. And they're coming to final with all the things that happened. So now, let me tell you, the reason the referee allowed the game to go on was because he thought that, okay, since it's a penalty, let them come back. If they played and if they played the penalty and score, that ends the game, right? So if they had scored, all these cases wouldn't have been coming up. But because they lost it and went to extra time, and Senegal ended up scoring within the playtime without a penalty kick, it became an issue. In fact, Senegal has to run for their life with the trophy. It shows the hostility and the danger you guys exposed everybody that visited Morocco to, and it made Morocco an unsafe place, knowingly or unknowingly. So FIFA should come into this. FIFA president, I know FIFA can be very corrupt sometimes, but the days of Sepp Blatter has gone past, so I believe things should be better now. All right. Mohamed Khalid, I understand Arabic, and they are saying to you bad words. So, what's your news? The Algerians are more upset than you, and the Egyptians too, except for Tunisians. Okay, Mohamed Khalid, thank you for your honest comments. I understand Arabic, and they are saying to you bad words. Well, that's up to whoever that is saying the bad words. But if Moroccans are honest with themselves, the video evidences of everything that happened from quarterfinal to finals are there. Are these things fair? If you go to other countries to play football and you experience the same thing, will you be happy? Will you be happy that a ball boy of another country where you go to play football is picking your goalkeeper's towel? Will you be happy? Everybody has done a banter video about the fact that Moroccans were stealing towels as if they don't have towels in their house. This is not fair. So if people say that the influence of politicians and the royal people has brought this situation to this point, people may be right. People may be right. All right. So what do you think about this? Keep the comment coming, whether good or bad comment. I don't care. I want to see what everybody is saying and to know exactly where the problem is coming from. Because if you want to take a fair justice, the justice should have taken place immediately. But the reason the ref allowed the game to go on was because all they were saying is Morocco must win, Morocco must win. But the table turned around and Senegal won. And everybody is looking for case. Okay, fine. What Senegal did was wrong. But what led to Senegal acting the way they did is what we're looking at. 40 million Moroccan prayed in Layat al Qadar the night of decree. Yeah, that's okay to pray. I don't have any problem with prayers. If you are praying, your opponent is praying, and God listens to everybody. But again, in football, one person must win and the other person must lose. So that's the fact. We have to accept that reality. Okay? So the celebrations have been done, the celebration of the final have been done, both in the stadium and in the Senegalese nation and all that. So are you going to do the same celebration? No matter how you do the celebration, it's not going to be as good as when you won it by merit and by strength and by your physicality. In terms of strength and physicality, Senegal got it and they did it. So if truly at the end of the day the Nations Cup goes out of Senegal, the AFCON, the credibility of AFCON is gone. African football is gone. African football is not having the reputation it deserves. Because when we're happy that African football is beginning to improve, we're beginning to see this. In the next AFCON, we'll begin to say, oh, African football is improving, and then, boom, another drama will come up. In the last AFCON, was it last AFCON or last two AFCONs before this one, a case where match was going on, and then in the 88 minutes or 86 minutes, a referee blew the whistle that match has ended, and everybody was questioning him, what have you just done? And he was saying that God spoke to him. God is not a liar, and God is not a God of injustice. So to say that God spoke to you to do that, it's as good as you went to school to study medicine, and you have not finished studying the surgery part of it, and God asked you to graduate. I don't know that anything is possible. Miracles happens. I believe in miracles, but let's call a spade a spade. When things are not right, we should accept the fact that they are not right. I don't understand what you mean by this. Dero and greetings. Dero and greetings to all Nigerian brothers. They are worried. What are they worried about? Anyway, Algeria did an unjustful act to DR Congo, and they got punished for that in the hands of Nigeria, which goes from Victor Osimhen and Akol Adams. And that was why Nigeria went to semi-finals. We were never scared of Morocco, but the unfair advantage given to Morocco and the officiating members were not looking at all the atrocities and the inhumane part of the things from the fans and even from footballers, and all the irregularities when the ball is still in place and you are blowing that is out of play for throw, when a player will kick ball into the crowd and no yellow card was given, when a player was running through, was pulling a defender. Imagine a striker pulling a defender and the defender is the one being given yellow card. What for? What for? So it is what it is. It is what it is. But what do you think about this? Drop your opinion in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. That's what we all want you to do. All right? CAF and AFCON controversy, Morocco win by forfeit. That's not the best way to go about this. Now, I believe CAF and FIFA should do some due diligence to these things to make sure everybody is happy at the end of the day. All right? That's my position with this thing. The Algerians don't know you, but they will show you the live stream. All right? I'll be waiting for the live stream. Let's see what you have to say. Okay? Let's see what you have to say. So if justice must be served like this, then all the referees, in fact, all the referees in the AFCON should be investigated. You know, and if this is being influenced by external people, then what happened to the earlier decision of CAF? All right, because the decisions of giving those sanctions were done because both Morocco and Senegal had their faults in different times on different kind of faults. So to say that despite the fault of Morocco players and the Morocco fans and the Morocco ball boys, you are now taking the trophy and go and give to them and to overlook their own faults, it's not fair. It's not going to be fair, to be honest. But what do you think about it? Drop a pin in the comment section. Let's see. All right. Welcome to LB Above Football Channel. We're just talking about the controversial issue of CAF and AFCON stripping off Senegal of the trophy they won. They won by merit, won by excellent performance. But again, not completely excellent because Senegal had their faults, Morocco had their faults too, and then the referee that didn't know what he's doing, that made cases like this to be escalated to this point, is also at fault. So the referee should be sanctioned very heavily as well. So that's what I suggest. That's what I think should happen. All right. But again, for those saying bad words to me, well, thank you for your bad works, but justice will always prevail in anything that happens. All the Algerians lost everything. The Sahara breached, and because of the cup. Oh, so why did they have to lose everything? Did they need that? Nah, they don't need to lose everything. But anyway, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. All right. If you have not subscribed and you are watching, please make sure you subscribe. Also subscribe to our sister channel, which is collaborated with quite all the recent videos I've done. And that is the Royal Lord of Chelsea. Surprised if some of you may be Chelsea fans, so it might be a very good time for you to connect to that channel so that you get everything Chelsea. Morocco reached the World Cup semi-final, won the Under-20 World Cup, won the Arab Cup, won a bronze medal in Paris, and won the African Cup of Nations Under-17. Morocco wins everything. This doesn't mean corruption. but rather the development of football and much more. I agree with you, but if you must win, win on the pitch. Let everybody see it, not winning it from CAF or from CAF office. All right? You don't win from CAF office. Win by merit, win by your beautiful performance. That's what people want to see. Because if your hands were clean, then come to the table with equity. Your hands were not clean at the moment. You treated the fans of other teams. You hijacked all the tickets and people who didn't see tickets to buy. That is unfair. That is unfair. A lot of people traveled all the way down to Morocco and had to travel back without settling in to watch the games because they couldn't see ticket to buy. You hoarded all the tickets to yourself. So I'm glad you are deleting your messages because you know the kind of things you are typing, but I don't care. But anyway, thank you for watching. That's what I want to let you know. Make sure you subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like and make sure you share. See you in my next live stream. I'll be switching over to the Real Lord of Chelsea for a live stream very shortly. So make sure you connect there so that you start watching. See you in my next video and bye for now. Drop your opinion by the way. So if you did not join the live stream and you are going to be watching this video later on, make sure you watch it from the beginning and then you see all the various arguments. Should this trophy remain with Senegal or should it be returned? Because at the moment, Senegal is not ready to return the trophy until the Court of Arbitration for Sports, looks into all this and let's see what the decision will be. Let's see what the decision will be from the Court of Arbitration for Sports. You see, another post says that AFCON 2025 final, nothing could have been more embarrassing for African football. That is it. It's embarrassing for African football because Moroccans created that environment, that hostile environment, that hot environment. Yes, Morocco is a very good place to go. A lot of people have been there for holidays. It's a very good, destination for African holidays, and it's really nice to know. But to see this development in terms of sport and football is not nice. It's not something we want to see. All right. If we win the case at the Court of Arbitration for Sport cars, will you withdraw your recognition of the Sahara? Will you also call self-determination? I don't have anything to do with Sahara, but how are you sure you're going to win the case at the Court of Arbitration for Sport? How are you sure you're going to win it? Even if you win it, it's because something just has to be done so that the case will be closed and everybody will focus on the World Cup because World Cup is coming. So this is more like a distraction to World Cup. You don't understand me. You leave me goodbye. Well, sadly for you, I understood all the things you're saying, but someone has also confirmed to me that all the things you've been saying are all bad words. But bless you, God bless you with your bad words, and thank you for engaging on this page. Hi, Zoro. I say hi. Make sure you subscribe as I'm joining, and this live stream is going to be ending soon. But make sure you watch from the beginning because we are talking about the controversy of CAF and AFCON that has been on. So make sure you subscribe and get engaged. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking and sharing. Thank you for following our videos. And make sure you also subscribe to the Real Lord of Chelsea, our sister channel, which is exclusively for Chelsea content, Chelsea news, match analysis, match updates, results. So keep the likes coming. Thank you so much for doing that. And we really appreciate you. We appreciate your subscriptions, your followership, your comments. You've brought us this far by, the number of our followers we are building, and we are getting somewhere. And it makes me up to believe that you are enjoying at least a bit of what we are doing. And it promises to get better on this channel with much better live streams coming up and all that. So by right, Good Bay is a Moroccan club by right and by law. Enjoy your law, man. All right, thank you once again. See you in my other live streams, and bye for now. Make sure you subscribe. Am I even saying bye? I think I may still be seeing other updates that may be dropping, and you may actually like them. But I'm surprised some of you have not subscribed yet. So, Zrox, make sure you subscribe. See you in my next live stream, and bye for now.